Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you are doing great. If you can tell by the background behind me, we're going to talk about real estate today. And this is my dream right here. In 2009, I was not ready, even though I sold all my homes, we weren't ready to take on an onslaught of new real estate. And what really bummed me out was the ability to buy these kind of projects behind me. Homes that were left unfinished, where the builders had to walk away, the banks were trying to liquidate, and people needed cash to be able to buy them. With two young children, Mrs. Ninja was saying, no, we're done for now. I want a break. And I totally understood it. Well, no, I didn't totally understood it, but I learned to understand it, if you husbands know what I mean. But the facts are, this was a dream, right? It was a dream opportunity, and it's about to happen. And I'm going to cover a story that's in a hedge. I think it's very important that you listen to it because it's a sign of the times. Now, the mortgage industry and real estate industry literally can expand and contract super fast. Anybody that's worked in the mortgage industry knows that it is very easy to get laid off. As a matter of fact, some of my amazing subscribers have written me and told me that they have been recently laid off. And for that, I feel for you. But this is a really neat learning experience. Why? Because right now we still haven't went into a full-on collapse yet. So it's time, especially with the I'm seeing help wanted signs everywhere, right? This is the time to find a job that will be recession proof, something that is solid. But we're going to dive into this. And then I want you putting your thinking caps on, because I think it is very, very important to think and start dreaming big and start preparing. Because if you dream big, you can accomplish great things. And when you set out for those goals, like me, I want to buy 100 of these bad boys when they are sitting completely unfinished, because construction is a lagging indicator to the health and strength of real estate. It takes a long time for the builders of these companies. And I know I have a construction company. All my friends are in the construction industry, and it takes a long time for builders to finally get to the point like, hey, let's start building. And usually when you look at buying the land, securing the permits, getting the plans, breaking ground, all that stuff, the bubble has already burst. And if you've been in the construction industry before and you've seen a burst like this, please put in the comments below some of your stories, because people need to hear about this. Now, let's jump into this story out of the hedge, and we're going to talk about it right here. JP Morgan fires hundreds of mortgage bankers as housing market breaks. It says right here, last week we warned that according to real-time indicators such as soaring mortgage rates and a collapsing demand, a housing market crash appeared inevitable. Today we got the clearest sign that the banks agree, when out of the blue, or rather out of the hurricane, JP Morgan announced it was cutting over 1,000 home lending employees and reassigning hundreds more after soaring interest rates dried up mortgage demand. Guys, the mortgage industry is in some serious turmoil. And the thing is it's going to get worse, because the 10-year bond is going to continue to trend higher as the Fed funds rate continues to go higher. Now, to be honest with you, I'd be shocked if the Fed is able to pull off one more rate hike, especially anything over 25 points. And the reason why I say that is because it is becoming harder and harder to not only buy real estate, and real estate is really, if you think about it, where the wealth of this nation and other nations is held in real estate, because that is primarily the largest asset of any one single family household. Okay. So by and large, real estate holds the key to wealth creation in our country. And it also gives everybody that wealth effect. And that is running out really soon. Time is ticking and things are changing fast. So here we go. Jamie Dimon pulled off his best oh man, how do you even pronounce that guy's name? Impression when hey guys, do me a favor. If you know how to pronounce Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zurg properly, phonetically spell it out for the ninja in the comment section. Anyway, he pulled off his best impression when the bank decided that more than 1,000 workers will be affected by the slowdown in housing, with roughly half fired and the other half moved to other less paying divisions within the bank. So, think about that. They fired one half, roughly half of their workforce in mortgage. Think about how bad it's got to be. Now, we're already seeing JP Morgan closing branches that are next to other branches because they're trying to save on employees. It's getting rough, guys. I'm not joking. This is your sign. This was mid-2007 all over again. But get ready. We're probably going to get stimulus checks. Woo! Buy TVs and handbags. All right. Sense the sarcasm. Quote, our staffing decision this week was a result of cyclical changes in the mortgage market. You are correct. the JP Morgan spokesperson. Real estate is cycles. It's between 7 and 10 years. It is like you can set a watch to it. However, this time it's much worse, actually, because the bubble got blown up. It was like, you're about to blow up that bubble and it's getting pretty big. And you're like, you know what? I sneezed in the bubble and it went, hoo, hoo, boom. And that's where we're at right now. The sneeze that the world heard. And that was super low interest rates coupled with stimulus checks, right? So that spurred on this bubble, and now it's about to pop, and it's going to pop a lot bigger than the Great Recession. Matter of fact, I believe this is the Great Depression 2.0, but it won't be as long-lived as the Great Depression. That took 14 years. I imagine this one will actually take 3. Weird timing. All right, so if you guys know why the timing is 3 years, go ahead and put it in the comment section. So you guys are about to have some fun with that one. It says right here, the JP spokesperson said, while probably eyeing the record move in the 30-year mortgage, which has doubled from just over 3%. And I love it when people say, oh, but Ninja, that's still historically super low. No, that is historically stupid, actually. Matter of fact, we have not seen a mortgage interest rate double in that short, on a percentage basis, in that short of a time in the last 100 years. I have never seen it. I have never, ever seen it. That is, and if I'm wrong, guys, let me know. I've never seen the 30-year, which was technically around since the 70s, change on that percentage basis, even before that. So again, just absolutely over doubled. That is impressive. And if you look at it, this is what's really key. This is that number. We're right now at 2008, 2009 levels. And what is scary about that is, as the market was giving way, it couldn't sustain that, and rates had to plummet. Why did rates plummet? Is because lending ended up plummeting. Do I think we're going to see a drop? The problem is no. The reason why is because the Fed has just started their rate hike cycle, and the last rate hike cycle actually took place right here from mid-2004 to literally the first quarter of 2006. And you could see that it only moved up this much. And this was taking the Fed funds rate from 1/4% to, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 4? It's 4. And it couldn't handle it. And then it came crashing down. We've got a lot longer to go, which means we're going to see more pain in the real estate market. And for those of you that are watching the real estate market, I think it is very, very important to keep your head up, keep smiling, keep grinning, keep saving, because you're about to see fireworks. Now, let me stop sharing this. I'm going to link the story below. It's something that's very important to understand, because I've been talking about gold a lot lately. So I think gold is very important. There's paper shares of gold, which I believe are not freely traded. They are manipulated. Where you see your real market, the real price appreciation, a discovery, right, is in the premiums on gold and silver coins. And right now, for the last 2 years, we've seen them soaring, right? They're just absolutely sky high in comparison to the last 12 years. Now, in 2008, paper gold and paper silver sold off just like they're doing now, but they're not selling off at the same speed and definitely the percentage that they did in 2008 when compared to what the stock market's doing. That is very interesting, right? But what you're waiting for is a 2009 to 2011 moment. And that's when gold found its bottom. And as stocks and real estate were still getting lower, gold and silver taking off. I think that's very important for you guys to understand. And while I'll say it, I want to throw out a plug for one of my affiliate links. And this video is being sponsored by Vaulted. Vaulted specializes in vaulting gold. And what I really like about Vaulted is you could start with just about any amount, start an account, and then you are buying a percentage of gold that is sitting in their vaults. And they have agreements with the Canadian Royal Mint, and they are great to work with. I actually just had their CEO on, and David McElvaney, absolutely love his work. And we talked about the company. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that video also to this so you guys can take a look at that. But it's another way that you could start saving in gold and not pay high, outrageous commissions, or quite frankly, a lot of people don't have the money to buy 1 ounce coin right now at like what, $1,900, maybe even $2,000, depending on what coin it is. Okay. But I want people to understand, not you people. I want you to understand the difference of what's going on this time. Real estate is starting to top because of outrageous interest rates, and they're going to go higher. And I don't see any relief in sight, because the Federal Reserve does want to knock the wealth effect off of the world right now. They want to be able to turn around and go, hey, we are hands off. We're doing everything we can, but we don't want to cause a recession. We don't want to cause a crash. So we're going to keep raising incrementally to see and try and build a soft landing. The problem is I don't think there's going to be a soft landing. So in the intermediate, I am vaulting gold right now. I am setting money aside. I also have a core cash position because why? There's deals. There are people right now that are selling things, pawning things because they need rent. So why not you be the one to buy that stuff, right? And then try and sell it, make some money. Quite frankly, this is a very tumultuous time, and we haven't even seen gold or silver really start to make moves yet. Yes, the paper price is tied to the stock market, but again, gold hit its peak, about 3 months ago, and it was sitting a little over 2,000. It's pulled back into the mid 18 range. That's nothing compared to what the stock market or cryptos have done in this correction so far. So I think that's why I've been deciding to do that. And it's because I am saving up for this. I want to see the real estate market keep coming down, keep coming off its highs. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be a buyer of real estate till we hit a 10% mortgage. And I'm going to be honest with you. I really think this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude with a bro hawk and a dream. But I would not be surprised if we saw a 10% mortgage in the next 12 months. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.